Ever wondered why self-discipline seems to be an uphill battle? It's a common struggle, one that most of us grapple with on a daily basis. Self-discipline, this elusive trait, is essential in our pursuit of goals, dreams, and overall well-being. It's the engine that propels us forward, even when the road gets rocky. Yet why is it that we often find ourselves wrestling with it? Well, it's not as simple as a lack of will or determination. The answer lies not in the lack of will, but in our psychology. The human mind is a complex entity, and it plays a significant role in our ability to be self-disciplined. Diving into the depths of psychology, we find that self-discipline isn't as straightforward as it seems. At the crux of it all, our minds are often our biggest challenges. You see, our brains are wired to seek pleasure and avoid discomfort, a survival mechanism that has been with us since our early days as humans. This desire for immediate gratification can work against our long-term goals, making self-discipline a hard feat to accomplish. Imagine you're trying to stick to a healthy eating plan, but you're faced with a tempting piece of chocolate cake. Your brain, in its quest for instant pleasure, nudges you towards the cake, despite your best intentions. This is the immediate gratification at work, often causing us to falter in our self-discipline. Complicating matters further is our emotional state. Emotions, whether positive or negative, can significantly impact our self-discipline. When we're feeling low or stressed, it's easy to give in to comfort eating or skip a workout session. On the flip side, when we're feeling happy and content, we're more likely to stick to our commitments. This emotional roller coaster is yet another hurdle in building self-discipline. Additionally, our beliefs and self-perceptions also play a role. If we perceive ourselves as weak-willed or undisciplined, we're more likely to act in line with that perception. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy where our negative beliefs about ourselves hinder our ability to develop self-discipline. But don't be disheartened. Understanding these psychological aspects is a stepping stone towards improving self-discipline. By acknowledging the role of immediate gratification, our emotional state, and our self-perceptions, we can devise strategies to overcome these obstacles. We can train our minds to delay gratification, manage our emotions better, and cultivate positive self-beliefs. Understanding our psychology is the first step to overcoming the hurdles to self-discipline. Now that we've peeled back the layers of our psychology, let's summarize the key points about self-discipline. Firstly, self-discipline is about understanding your emotions. It's not about suppressing your emotions, but rather acknowledging them and making sure they don't derail you from your path. For instance, you might feel a strong urge to procrastinate when faced with a challenging task. Recognizing this emotion and choosing to continue with the task anyway is an act of self-discipline. Secondly, self-discipline is also about setting clear, realistic goals. You can't expect to run a marathon tomorrow if you've never run a mile in your life. Set small, achievable milestones that lead to your larger goals. This way, you're not setting yourself up for failure, and each accomplishment will fuel your motivation to continue. Next, self-discipline requires consistency. It's easy to be disciplined for a day or even a week. The real challenge is maintaining that discipline over a long period of time. This is where habits come into play. Creating positive habits and sticking to them can make self-discipline feel less like a chore and more like second nature. Moreover, self-discipline is about resilience. You're bound to face setbacks and obstacles along the way, but it's your ability to bounce back from these setbacks and not let them discourage you that will ultimately determine your success. Finally, self-discipline is not just about willpower. It's a common misconception that self-discipline is purely about resisting temptation through sheer force of will. But this is simply not the case. Willpower can be fickle and unreliable. Instead, self-discipline is about creating an environment and a mindset that minimizes the need for willpower in the first place. In conclusion, self-discipline is not just about gritting your teeth and powering through. It's about understanding your emotions, setting realistic goals, being consistent, showing resilience, and creating a conducive environment for success. And most importantly, it's about understanding yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, and your tendencies. Self-discipline is more than just willpower, it's about understanding ourselves. Knowing about self-discipline is one thing, applying it is another. Let's delve into some practical tips and strategies to apply self-discipline in our everyday lives. First and foremost, start with small, achievable goals. These goals should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. This is often referred to as the SMART goal setting. It takes the overwhelming task of being disciplined and breaks it down into manageable chunks. Second, understand the power of habits. Our daily routines are made up of habits, both good and bad. By replacing unproductive habits with positive ones, we can transform our lives. It's like programming your mind for success. Remember, habits don't change overnight. It's a gradual process. Third, use tools and techniques that can aid in self-discipline. This could be anything from a daily planner, a meditation app, or a fitness tracker. These tools can provide structure and routine, which are essential for developing self-discipline. Fourth, be mindful of your energy levels. Self-discipline requires mental energy. It's important to maintain a healthy lifestyle, including a balanced diet, regular exercise, and adequate sleep, to ensure you have the energy required to practice self-discipline. Lastly, understanding our psychology can help us develop better self-discipline habits. By understanding our triggers and motivations, we can design a discipline strategy that works best for us. With understanding and practice, self-discipline becomes less of a struggle and more of a habit. Self-discipline is a journey, not a destination. Just like any other journey, it requires commitment, perseverance, and a willingness to navigate through the ups and downs. It's a process that demands continuous learning and adaptation, and the beauty of it lies in the fact that there's always room for improvement. You see, self-discipline isn't about perfection. It's about making progress one step at a time. It's about making choices today that your future self will thank you for. It's about understanding the power that lies within you and harnessing it to shape your life in the way you desire. So, take what you've learned today and apply it in your own life. Start small, but start nonetheless. Remember, every step forward is a step closer to becoming the best version of yourself. Remember, the journey to self-discipline starts with understanding. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe, like, and share. We appreciate your support.